You are a school dropout. I can't employ you. No papers. What can you offer? Don't waste my time. You are worth nothing. Nothing.
What is this? It's just a piece of paper. Can this be used to measure one's value? What if I tear it apart? What if I scramble it? This can catch fire and be destroyed. With this piece of paper, I'm a beautiful human being. But without the piece of paper, does it make me any less human? No. Ubuntu is an African word which means solidarity. I am because you are. It means humanity. Now, in a world where education and degrees is being used to measure one's value, what's the future of school dropouts? Most of these young people drop out because of something they don't have power over. 65% of school dropouts in Zimbabwe drop out because of poverty. They are constantly told that they are nothing, socially discriminated. They are tagged as failures just because they don't have that piece of paper. What happened to Ubuntu? What happened to humanity when now we value that piece of paper more than a person? I come from a middle-class family. My parents value education a lot. So they sacrificed and sent me to the best schools in my community. I was performing well. I was at one of the best universities in the region, scooping awards as one of the best top health students in my faculty. I could see my future as bright. But little did I know that one day my dreams were going to crumble down. I got a call from home that my parents were involved in an accident. Are they dead? Are they okay? What really happened? These were a lot of questions which came into my mind. Thank God they survived the accident. I was relieved at that point. But little did I know that the injuries they got in this accident was later on going to affect my education. 3 months down the line, I got another call from home. My dad looked for a better way to sugarcoat the situation. And he said, Nyasha, I believe in you. I know you can do something in life, but I'm sorry, I have to leave my job. I still feel the pain, and I can't do this anymore. And obviously, you know, I'll not be able to pay for your school fees anymore. That was the dark moment in my life. I could see all my dreams coming to nothing. I came back home, still feeling that sinking feeling inside me. And also this year, the economic in my country was just down. Everything was going down. And a lot of people were losing their jobs. So now I had to look for a way to help my family financially. I started knocking from door to door, looking for a job. But all the doors were slammed right into my face because I didn't have that paper. I tried to convince the people to employ me, but they couldn't because they wanted that piece of paper. I was frustrated, devastated, knowing that now it was me who was supposed to take care of my family. A friend of mine introduced me to SEWAS, an organization that trains women in vocational skills. Now, this was a turning point in my life. Now I had a place where they could embrace me without that piece of paper. I felt hopeful. I felt I could do something with my life. There I was trained in detergent making. And since then, my life has never been the same. Now I have a small micro project, and now I can also be able to sustain my family. But for me, this was not enough. Each time I walk into my community, I saw a lot of young people who were in the same situation I was before. Young, frustrated, devastated, trapped in the poverty trap. I could see a lot of potential, a lot of dreams that were in a conveyor belt to nothing. Because this is what the society was constantly telling them. And now they got to a point where they believe that they were really nothing in the community and they couldn't offer anything useful that was needed to the society. So that moment I felt I could do something. Maybe I could reach out to these young people. I started reaching out. It didn't need any money for me just to talk one-on-one and hear what really they needed in their lives. I talked with these young people. A lady called Maria. Maria is a 16-year-old. She dropped out of school because of poverty. So I asked her, Maria, what if you have a scholarship to go back to school? Will you take it? Maria replied, Nyasha, I've got a single parent, my mother. She's been the one who was catering for our fees all these years. But now she can't read anymore. She's sick. So I have to chip in as the breadwinner for my 4 siblings and my sick mother. I can't go back to school. If I go back to school, who will take care of my sick mother and my siblings? I talked also with another man called Andrew. Andrew also dropped out of school because of poverty. I asked him, Andrew, do you feel in life you're going to be someone? He gave me a quick answer. He said, no. They tell me I'm not worth it. Even if I've got a bright idea, they don't want to listen to me because I don't have any papers to back me up. That was the most devastating moment for me. Young dreams, young passions in a conveyor belt to nothing. This is how Impala Breeze came into being. An organization which have got a vision to socially, economically, psychologically empower school dropouts by training them skills in vocational and entrepreneurship skills. We're going to do this in a 3-step approach. The first step is going to be mentorship. I'll be telling these young people my personal story as a way to encourage them, to tell them that regardless of your educational background, you can be someone useful in the society. After this mentorship program, I believe now they have a sense of self-worth. They are now capable of producing something. I'm going to take them through vocational training. Decision making is going to be used as a tool to reinforce confidence in these young people. Doing a project where they could look at it and smile and say, yes, the community really needs me. After this, we're going to train them in entrepreneurship skills, where they could start their own business. This way, I know it will help cut down this vicious cycle of poverty and allow themselves and also their siblings to go well in their education. Ladies and gentlemen, these young people are also marginalized in other aspects of life. Now, being a young girl who is growing up and obviously looking forward to marriage, I was going through dating classifieds, and you know what I found? I'm looking for a girl to marry my daughter. I'm looking for a boy to marry my daughter. But he should have a degree, at least in IT. I'm looking for a girl to be married by my son. She should have a degree in engineering. Are we now putting the paper before the person? You don't even have time to know me as a person, and yet you want to know the value of the paper. Instead of us focusing on degrees and certificates, let's value a person because of their capabilities. Let's embrace diversity. I envision a world where education is not the only tool used to measure one's value. A world where we all feel respected just for the fact that we are humans. Just like what Confucius said, what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. But what I do, I understand. Now is the time to start including these young people, telling them that they are worth it, telling them that regardless of their educational background, in them lies greatness and potential. They are needed by us to shape our world into a better world. Thank you.